Testing, 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 testing. There we go. Alrighty, I am back for another stream and another set of indie games. And this time we have a set of indie games, some of which I have played before, and we've got new DLC, and some of them I haven't I haven't played until now. Now the first game of the evening, the one that I wanted to show you, as I always do every week, I pick my favourite, and that's the one that comes up first. Farm Manager World is a game that was made by one of my favourite publishers. No secret who they are, Playway SA. They are a huge influence on my choice in games, particularly simulation games. In my opinion, they are the absolute gold standard of indie publishers. They've produced some of my favourite games. We're talking Gunsmith Simulator, Car Mechanic Simulator, Siege Mechanic Simulator. They've also done some really nice RPG style games. They've done Driving Simulator, which is fantastic. I recently streamed that, and a couple more games which I haven't mentioned that are going to be coming up in the future. But a while back, about 2 years ago, I covered a game on my YouTube channel called Farm Manager World, and it wasn't the most popular game at the time, and I think it was because it was overshadowed by Playway's other game, which was Farmer's Life. Now, if you had to put me under a bit of pressure and ask which one I liked the most, it's definitely Farmer's Life. But this is a very close second. And where Farmer's Life had a little bit of brevity and the game didn't take itself too seriously, this is a super serious, detailed, hardcore farming simulator. And I know that there's a lot in my audience that are looking for a really in-depth hardcore farming game, and that is the game that this is. This is an incredibly difficult but also incredibly rewarding farming simulator. You have to worry about funds, business management, staff management, crop rotation, seasons, animal husbandry. There's all these different types of food that you have to grow. They all have their own conditions. We're talking this game goes down into soil pH levels, nitrogen. This is the premier farming game if you want a game that's realistic. And honestly, I think it's the gold standard of farming. And I'm really astonished that not more people are playing this, because it really is a incredibly fun farming game. In fact, this is probably in my top 5 farming games of all time. And as you know, I've played hundreds of them, so that's high praise indeed. Now, they've released a DLC called the Africa DLC, and it unsurprisingly takes place in Africa. Now, as you know, Africa has its own set of challenges. We have a much warmer climate. There we go, and a much hardier soil, a harder time growing crops. It's definitely a lot more difficult than farming in somewhere like Europe, and most of the core campaign of Farm Manager World takes place in either Europe or the United States. So this is going to be incredibly challenging. We're going to have to take all of the knowledge that I got from playing the game previously. Sorry, my voice has been dropping out today, and we're going to have to apply it here. So, without further ado, I'm going to go in now. Just a bit of a warning. I did have a save that was a lot further into the campaign, way further. Unfortunately, they did release an update, a major update, to address some of the issues and the bugs that I found in the game that I was going to talk about tonight. And while it did fix all of the issues that were there, it also reset my progress. So we're back to the start. But with that being said, I mean, a lot of this game is all about knowledge. It's about working out the most efficient way to use all of your resources, your funds, your staff, the most efficient planting of different crops, how to monitor the soil, what to invest in, training for your people, equipment. There's just so much in this game you have to manage. And this DLC does not hold your hand. The developers do mention specifically, if you're going to play Africa DLC, play the main campaign. It has an excellent tutorial that will walk you through the first 3 hours of the campaign, and you have you have to use it, because you're going to get smoked if you don't know what you're doing. The main threat in this game is all about funds. So you've got very limited resources. I have $863,000, which sounds like a lot, but when you're running a gigantic farm and we're building from scratch, that money's going to go very, very quick. So I'm going to show you what I've got so far. Now, this is the Africa DLC, takes place with very low-tech farm. We're going to be using manual planting. We're going to be using manual labor. We won't have any sort of high-tech equipment. The best equipment I've got at the moment is a set of oxes. So most of our farming is going to be from animal power, as you can see. Now, this is a big step up from actually having people going and manually planting the seeds, so it's still going to be a bit faster. But let me give you a very quick tour. Here we have the main farmhouse. This is where my base of operations is. We can store a limited amount of produce here. We can also store some farming equipment, of which I don't have any just yet. Well, I do, but you'll see it in a minute. We have our workers' house. So this is the permanent employees. These are the guys that are running the operation. We can hire temporary staff, seasonal staff. But I am working on a very tight budget. I do not have a lot of money, and we're burning through money very quick. Next, we have the warehouse, and this, of course, is empty at the moment because I am purchasing food for my animals. So we want to start filling this up, and we want to start making some money right quick. Next, we've got my main investment, which is oxes, basically. This is our workforce, or at least a big part of it. They are going to be manually moving all the plows, all the seed drills, the irrigation tanks. Everything is done off their backs, so making sure they're well fed. You can see here, I need to get some more food in them. They need some food. We've got the barn. This is where we're keeping all the spare stocks of food. These oxes, they're just chewing through all the resources. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump into here. Oh, we've got the warehouse. Good, that's full up. I have purchased a ton of food for the oxes to keep them going. And also over here, I've just purchased this. This is the garage. So there's no Bugattis in here. We've only got low-tech equipment. We've got a plow for tilling the ground. We've got the fertilizer tray. We've got something for tilling. This is a tiller. We've got the seed drill. This is what's going to drop the seeds into the ground. And I'm going to buy some other equipment, but for now I think that's going to be enough. Down here we've got a large field which I have I've used via slash and burn. So we've got the slash and burn method. Obviously not something you want to be doing long term, because it's not very sustainable to be burning up the ground, but we got to cut some corners sometimes. So let's get started, and let's just make sure we've got everything we need. So we're going to move over to here. I've got my first field, so I've actually got all this all set up beforehand. We've got a crop of agave. Now, in this game, the biggest challenge is figuring out what crops to grow when. and you want to try and worry about crop rotations and all that stuff. And I will admit, even I haven't fully understood this yet. It's very, very complex. In games like Farmer's Life, you could just analyze the soil. You could plant whatever you wanted. There were different seasons for crops, but this game goes down into pH levels, nitrogen, water levels in the soil, different fertilizer grades. This is the absolute dream of a hardcore farming sim enthusiast. There's no other game that goes into this sort of detail. I love it. I love it. I haven't mastered it yet, but yeah, really loving it so far. So let's go and get this field set up, so we can have a look here at the field one. We've got agave, it's looking good. We've got fertilizer, that's good. Our fertilizer, I should mention too, it's just literally the poop from the from our animals. I've set up over here I didn't show you this before, but just rotate this around. That is literally a poop storage, so all the droppings from our animals are going to be used for farming. It's a low-tech solution, but it's the best I've got right now. So that is looking good. So I'm hoping... Oh, good. Okay. So what we've got now is the farmers are going to go over to the barn. They're going to pull out the animals' pens. They're going to pull out one of the oxes and they're going to start ploughing this field using this. Now, of course, I've got to keep a ton of food for the oxes. That's their fuel. If they get too hungry, they're not going to be able to pull the plough. So, see, there we go. He's getting Mr. Ox. Now, the animations in this game, and I know this is probably one of the things that people mentioned, some of the reviews for this game were a little scathing, and I think it was mainly because the game doesn't look as nice. Like, graphically, that's probably where this game falls down a bit, but honestly, I don't even care. I will have a game 100% of the time that looks last gen, but the gameplay is solid. Over a game that looks fantastic, because I mean, AAA gaming is all about that. You get a game that's it's all style, no substance. If I saw an EA farming game, for example, there'd be I'd have to pay 50 microtransactions. There'd be 100 DLC. I'd have to buy skins for the farmers. Buy different clothes for them. Everything would be locked behind a paywall. It'd be all you certainly wouldn't have any of the detail we're seeing here. So honestly, I can live with this the way it is. I am going to. I just see I've done something very stupid there. I should have connected this with a road, because it's just going to make things easier. There you go, my friend. Off you go. Now he's going to start. There we go. See, look at that. Beautiful. Now I would like to speed this up with a couple of fields, and that's probably a good idea because this is going to take a very long time. So we're going to burn another field over here because we've got two oxes. I bought two. Boom. My favourite part. Look at it go up in flames. Very safe. Very responsible. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, there we go. Now, one thing I'm not a fan of is you can't share equipment. If I go in here and I say I want to grow a different crop. Now, this is important. We need to go and look at our weather. So our weather is currently 23 to 32 degrees Celsius, and it's all going to be much the same. Look at this. 22, 22. So basically our magic number is between these two different and rain. You can see we've got a fair bit of rain at the moment too. So what I can do is go into the crops, and we're going to look for something that falls in that range. 32 degrees, so that needs 40. That's why I picked this. This was a pretty safe bet. 10 to 30, that needs a lot of humidity. I think apples and stuff. I want stuff that's hardier. Barley and wheat kind of needs a much lower temperature, so this isn't going to grow as well in an African climate. But same with potatoes. I want something that's kind of going to grow in hotter climates. Corn might be okay. This would be good because I could actually feed my own animals with this, but it's not super expensive. We're looking too for a really good return on money. So anything that's going to give us like 2. So this is nothing. There's no money in that. Obviously this is going to grow super quick though. That might actually be pretty good. 70 to 80% though. So I don't think we're going to have that level of humidity. So as much as I would like to grow these watermelons, I probably want to grow something a little bit quicker. This needs a lot of humidity, so we're probably going to want to look for something a little less humidity, because Africa is a dry place. Sugarcane, no. Growing soy, no. Sorghum. That's going to... I want something that's going to grow pretty quick too. We need something that's like got a fast turnaround to make us some money. 70 days, 80 days, 90 days. I mean, this stuff, 300 days. That's going to take a very long time for a return. So let's maybe pick something. Probably 60 days. That's pretty good. 7 to 28, that might work, because it's only 65 days. We'll keep looking. It's a low. Bok choy's pretty high humidity. Taters have 70 days. I want something quick. 185. Cucumbers might work. You know I want to grow some hemp, but let's keep it serious. Jalapeno. That's actually 15. That's actually not too bad. Insect resistance to low, fungus resistance medium. This might actually be good. Doesn't need huge pH, not a whole lot of, I mean, a bit of humidity. I reckon this might be a winner. We'll keep looking though. I'll come back to that. Limon. Yeah, at the start of the game when you don't have a lot of money, you want to grow stuff quick. And I picked agave, and I think that was maybe not a good idea because it's going to take forever to grow. Watermelon's kind of 70 days too. That might actually work. You know what? I'm going to give it a crack. I hope I don't regret this, but... Now, we need to go over to animal use instead of machinery. So we could get people to do this, but I want to try and use the animals where I can. Let's go. Humidity 50%, so decide... We need kind of something with a lower humidity, and I think maybe... Let's pick... What was I looking at before? Peanuts, 70, 60. Yeah, jalapeno is only 50, so that might work better. Yeah, that's gonna work better. Okay, let's go with jalapeno. That's how much do they take to grow? I think it's like 70 days. Yeah, magic. Okay, so that is gonna work. Fertilizer can be, yep, good old-fashioned manure, and do all the spraying. Savage. Oh, okay, we've got a dry season coming. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll go to manager, and we're going to manage our second. No, we need another shed. So what I'm going to do is we're going to set up a second shed. It's going to get expensive, son. Storage, logistics, garages. Okay, yep, that will do. And we're going to chuck our second garage down here. Beautiful. So that just means I can load that up with all the machinery I need. And animal drill and plow. Just gotta wait for it to grow. Or to build, not grow. And even with these garages, they're still very small. I can barely fit everything I need. The thing that I really don't like is shouldn't need two sets of equipment. All you have to do is stagger the work, like plow one field, and then when the plow goes back, then start with the second ox on the other field. But you do need to buy a separate set of equipment for each field, which, yeah, I'm not a big fan of, but it is what it is. We need another person, so I'm going to hire another person. Orchards, I don't have orchards. Let's hire you. Okay, beautiful. So she's going to go and start on this other field. And then we're going... What do I need to do? I need to buy a cultivator. You can see my money. It's going quick, son. We got... what else do I need? You can go to manage field. So I need a seed drill. Okay, let me buy that. I need one of those. And I need a seed, oops, I need a seed drill, one of those. And then if I look in here, I think that is it. Let me just manage these fields. They'll tell me what I need. So I've got a plow, cultivator, spreader, seed drill. Oh, I need a water tanker. Okay. Oh, and sprayer. Okay. All right, let's see what I've got here. We're not got... Oh, okay. So I need a water tanker and a sprayer. So let's go and buy those next. Okay. Water tanker. Oh, that's a big boy. That's not gonna fit. We're gonna need another shed. Damn. Okay. Okay. I have an idea. It's not going to be pretty. I should have planned this out a little bit better, but... I can put more fields down here, or more fields up here too. What I should have done was put these equipments up here, but it is what it is. I did not do very good in my planning phase. Okay, so let's build another garage, because we're going to need more storage. Damn it. Garage. That way. Okay, here we go. And then we'll store the spraying machines in here for both fields. But yeah, it's kind of stupid you can't just use one machine, like, because you're not going to need to plow both fields at the same time. We can stagger the job, but it is what it is. Hurry up, boys. Got work to do, son. Ester cultivator. We've got an Ester cultivator, bro. What are you talking about? Oh. Yeah, I have. Cultivator. Why are you asking for one? You don't need one. Bro's asking for an Ester cultivator. Use the cultivator. I bought one. Animal drawn cultivator. It's right there, bro. Right, let me just check. Yeah, cultivator. We should be fine with the cultivator, the animal drawn cultivator. Okay, he's hoping Bro's smart enough to figure out. No, he's not. Okay. Fine, whatever. You know, I'm just gonna have to buy an Ester cultivator. Okay, fine. There. At least Bro shut up now. I don't know why I can't use the animal drawn cultivator. Yeah, let's see if that will shut him up. Why are you asking for all this stuff that we don't need? That's the whole point of getting the animals, was to not have to. Okay, I'm gonna have to have a look at this. Yeah, so I should be able to use this. It's because I chose different crops. Now it doesn't want these, so I might have to get rid of this and use a different crop. I'm gonna skip ahead and see if we have the same problem with this, because if we don't, then I'm gonna pick a different crop. Which sucks. I'm going to have to do this again, but there's a bit of trial. Oh, look, and now this idiot has figured out to use the other one. I have no idea. He was complaining. I just bought that for nothing. I should have just ignored the error message, to be honest. Yeah, sometimes errors you get some false errors that pop up where people are asking for equipment they don't actually need. It can be a bit frustrating. And that's probably the only thing that this game the only thing I can really say I'm not a fan of is that sometimes also the tutorial can be a bit, at least for this DLC, it keeps telling me to slash and burn, which I've already done, so I've kind of just ignored the tutorial now. You don't need it. It's not like you need it. If you played the core game, the European campaign, you'll know what you're doing anyway. But I mean, the Africa campaign, it's just dials difficulty up because you're in a lot more harsher climate. It's quite difficult to make money in this warmer climate. Crops are harder to grow, they can die easier, we don't have a lot less equipment, a lot less money. You can see my cash flow is kind of getting a little bit low. At the end of that 70 days, if we can't sell these crops, I'm going to be getting a visit from the bank who's going to oust me from here very quick. But at least it's raining, bro. There we go. Get on it, boy. We're going to be a few minutes here. Bit of cultivation. I mean, this is going well. We're getting there. Now I know you've got the drill. I bought the seed drill. So I'm going to ignore that because I think he's just being stupid. I'm hoping eventually he'll go back to what he was doing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy the animal drawn water tanker because we need that. I'm going to need another garage. This stuff's getting pretty crazy. We need a lot of equipment. You can see how quickly my funds are just getting eaten up. And we are yet to see a profit. Like, this is just all setting up infrastructure. I mean, yeah, the life of a farmer is not an easy one. You have to be prepared to live rough for extended periods of time. There's not many rich farmers out there, but there's plenty of poor ones. I mean, I grew up in a farming town, so I know what it's like. The thing too is a lot of what you don't know is when you grow up in a farming town, when the farmers are doing well, all the other businesses do well. You know, because they've got the funds to spend on infrastructure. So, like, yeah, no electricity. Let's get. Oh, he's outside the transformer range. Okay, that is easy to fix. We will just place a transformer. Shall we? No? Don't wanna. Just put it here. There we go. Now, of course, all this costs money. So we're trying, I mean, I'm really trying to run on a very low budget right now. I mean, there's not really much I can do now except wait. But we've got no warnings. Our farmers are hard at work. And our first crops are hopefully going to come in. Agave's not going to, because, yeah. But this is going to, this is 70 days. We can make it 70 days. Now, I could go all out and get more fields, but I've got to last. I'm going to keep the lights on, I'm going to keep the place running until our first crop comes in. So we're going to be running on minimal resource expenditure. So, oh, look at that. There we go, got our seds. We're going to go plant the seds. What do you want? Oh no, there we go, he's doing his thing. Stang-a-lang. Beautiful, look at that. Sed's going in the ground. We're gonna make some money, son. One way or another. Speeding this up so you get to see the end result. Making money. Now the reason I picked these crops, 3 reasons. One, this soil, the pH wasn't super high. 2, the humidity was kind of right for Africa, and it matched the weather. So you really got to look at the weather. Seeing we've got a bit of heavy rain, so I could kind of sit with 50% humidity. This has actually got a bit too high humidity right now. This was spot on. The jalapeno was like beautiful. I got that just right. There is a bit of trial and error involved in this game. Don't know what's going on there, mate. You don't need a sprayer. I've got a sprayer. Like, it's right there, bro. Okay, let me just have a look and see. Can I buy a animal drawn sprayer? Okay, we can buy one of those. I'll buy 2. There we go. No excuse, son. Get working. Now we have already blown 300 grand or more just keeping the lights on. So we've got to start making some money, and we're going to start making it quick. Now, the thing too about buying equipment is it breaks down over time. And you have to keep it maintained and repaired. So it's not a matter of just buying something and then just you're good. You do have ongoing costs. We've got water, power, machinery, maintenance, wages. Wages are a huge thing. I am deliberately trying to use animal equipment for doing all of this, because if I was doing this by hand, we'd have to just have a huge amount of people, like a huge workforce. It would just churn through my money. So We don't have that sort of fundage here, so there we go. We're going. Yep, he's going to get the. Yep, he's going to get the water sprayer. Beautiful. That's what I like to see. Get going, son. Yep. I don't know why I'm having to spray this with water when it's in the middle of rain, but hey. We're getting there. Making bacon. Now I've got yeah, we got a long way to go before we get any money out of that. To be honest, I would have gotten rid of the agave. I would have stuck with this because this is like we're already a tenth of the way through the growing process for the jalapenos. So I'm probably just going to keep growing crops that have a short turnaround. Because it seems that we've also got to worry about the market too. So at the moment the market's kind of down on I mean, you know, they want calabash, which we don't have, prickly pear, and wheat. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm not planting based on what I want to sell. I'm planting based on what I can grow. You know, the problem for me is I need to worry about what will grow in this climate. It's not like European farming where I'm looking at the market and I'm like, which crops have the highest turnaround in the market. It's more about which crops won't die in the ground due to the heat and the humidity. So I have to grow whatever will not die. And there's a bit of trial and error involved, but I've done a bit of market research, so it's all good. There we go. He's off. He's off. Spraying away. I reckon we'll be able to hit our first crop. Our first crop here, but the agaves, it's, yeah. The problem too is the humidity for agave is not great. I picked it because it was more of a dry climate plant, but it seems like jalapenos are the way to go. Go figure. Now I can't do things like manage the soil just yet. I have to do a little bit of guesswork. So, oh, look at that. We have growth. That's what I like to see. Mate, you've got a water tanker. It's sitting right there. I'm looking at it right now, bro. Yeah, sometimes you got to ignore the error messages. That's the only thing about this game can be. You can get these false error messages popping up, and then you're like, "Wait, I've got that." So if you do get an error message popping up, it's best just to have a bit of a look around and double check before you go spending more money. These jalapenos are going to grow real good. About 100 grand. So is this going to get me back in the green? Hell no. We're probably looking at about 4 or 5 crops before I get back to where I was. That being said, there is about $200,000 in buildings and equipment here, so I just kind of want to get myself back in the green. These will sell for a fair bit, and now I know jalapenos sell well. I'll start planting short crops. These agave, they can go straight out. If I hadn't spent so much money planting them, I would have ripped them out of the ground. I'm just going to sell them with whatever I can get, and then we'll concentrate on short grow crops. It's my fault. When I looked at them, I considered everything except grow time, and I was like, the humidity looks right, the pH looks right, the temperature looks right. This seems like the best choice of crop, and I just kind of overlooked that, the whole 250 days or whatever it is to grow. So that means like it's a year before I'm going to see a profit on that. That being said, though, when it does come in, if I can last that long, my liquidity problems are going to be solved, because there's probably $250,000 worth of crops sitting in the ground there. So I don't know about you, I haven't got that sort of money kicking around. So that being said, I don't have $1 million in farming equipment either. So now we're just gonna wait. This is one of those games. It's like it's a good one to play whilst you're doing something else. Like I'll set up all my crops, I'll set up all my buildings, and then I'll be doing something else. I might go and I'll be talking with a mate. I think I was playing this the other day, and I had a mate over, and he's like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And I explained it to him. I showed him, and then we just started chatting about something. Every now and then I'd be like, "Oh yeah, still going. It's all good." So it's one of those sort of games. Now, once your farm kind of gets a bit bigger and your crop grow times are shorter, when you got more research, more equipment, faster crop cycles, you figure out the nitrate levels, you can play a bit more actively. But at the start of the game, it is a bit of a grind. But I like that. I don't begrudge them that, because I think that kind of makes it feel more rewarding in the late game. Hey, we're over halfway. Let's see if we can make some cash. We're under 700 grand, so I'm hoping we can make some major money. Let's see how I'm just worried about these animals. I'm going to make sure they stay fed. How much we got? Oh, you've got tons. We've used I had 1,000 of everything. We're down to 300, but I'm not going to buy until I have to, because the other thing I've got to be aware of is storage too. When these crops are ready, if I don't have storage in the warehouse, because I've got too much other stuff in there, I can't harvest them. So we'll wait. Let them grow. "26 days. Let's go." Yeah, 249 days. Yeah. That being said, yeah, 250 grand sitting there. I probably didn't need this other shed. I could probably get rid of that too. Yeah, we'll keep this equipment. And I could probably put a couple more fields down here, but I'd need another person though. Yeah, let's not. I don't have a whole lot of money kicking around, so let's see how much money we make from this, and then if I get a nice return, I'll put it into another field here, down here. The good thing about having two different types of crops is if you get the timing right, technically I could probably put someone else on another field. Actually, I'm going to... I wonder how much upkeep this is going to cost. I'm going to do something stupid. I'm going to need another worker. Let me go I know jalapenos work, so... and I know we've got a fair bit of humidity at the moment, so at least... Well, we're going to get down to low humidity soon, though. Oh, no. Not for a few months. We'll give it a go. I want something that's going to grow not slowly, so... 70 to 80. 60 to 80. Tobacco, how much is that? 60 days! 10 to 45. Okay. That might work. Let's go with some tobacco. And then what we can do is put a road in. There we go. I mean, the guy who's working on this field's doing nothing right now, so technically he can work on this field. Work harder, peasant. What am I paying you for? We got to keep our cash flow going. Oh, look at this, 7 days left. 7 days until profit comes. Now, the one thing about this game is it doesn't matter how much I play it. I'm probably not going to cover half of the content that's in this game. But I think this will give you a bit of an idea. Like, if you like what you're seeing here, you're going to like the game. And I did do a YouTube video on this when Playway very kindly gave me the core game, which I absolutely loved. And I still play it. I've played it a ton of... that's why when this DLC came out, I signed up for it straight away, because I love farming games. I can't get enough of them. I don't know why, because I lived in a farming town, and farming for me, when I was a kid, I was like, no interest in it whatsoever. But for some reason, I seem to like doing the simulators. Here we go. He's 1 day left. We're gonna get some sweet jalapenos. Let's just check. Oh, yeah, got plenty of feed left. No cultivator. Well, you know that's not right. I've got 2 cultivators sitting there, so this guy's gonna hopefully exit his brain fart and realise there's 2 cultivators sitting there doing nothing. Bro, you're gonna... I've got a cultivator. Okay, it's alright. He's figured it out. He's figured out that he's got a cultivator. I was going to say, mate, take your pick. There's 2 sheds sitting there full of equipment. Speaking of which, I probably should check their condition. 100%. The plow is... it's alright. That being said, the reason why I'm paying so much money for these sheds is they keep the equipment in tip-top shape, so I could probably sell this. It's $30 a month. I'll hang on to it for now. Not enough stuff. So what's wrong? We can't harvest this. Let me have a look. Can I get a harvester? That's a question. Sprayer, spreader, tanker, planter. Oh, I guess no. I need... I guess we need more people. Bro, we're gonna... No? Okay, let's see if we can maybe remove staff member from there, and then hopefully... Okay, we're gonna need seasonal staff to pick this. Okay, that's fine. So what I'll do is I will purchase seasonal staff building. And then we will get a road. There we go. And then I will hire some seasonal staff to hopefully 12, yep. We can have, what is it, 15th to the 8th. There we go. Okay, hopefully that will work. Yeah, I forgot that I thought that we could harvest these using the animals, so but we need people. Unfortunately, we've got to harvest this the old-fashioned way, so I really don't want these to spoil. That's my main concern, is this is going to spoil in the ground. I mean, I've jacked up the wages as far as I can go, so I'm hoping we can at least get people if we can harvest this field. Oh, here we go. We've got our first worker, I think. I hope. Please. What I'm paying you, mate. There's a road right there. You just have to walk over there. Come on. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Okay, I've set to manual field work, so I'm hoping this guy please go and harvest. Harvest. Okay, don't know why he's not harvesting. I'm so used to doing everything mechanized. I don't know why he's not harvesting the ground. There's a bunch of seds. Crops ready to go. Come on, guys. Well, we'll set him up to manually till the field. I guess we just have to run this forward. Hope it doesn't rot in the ground. And if it does, I mean, there's not much we can do. Try again, I guess. What I was harvesting using a harvesting machine, so. At least they're planting the tobacco. Everyone seems to be ignoring the jalapenos. Okay, come on. What are you guys? Oh, okay, there we go. Finally. Finally. Had me worried for a minute there. So you've got to actually guess. It seems like I've got to guess the when a crop is going to grow, and then hire the seasonal employees to come and do the picking of the crops. And I did, I definitely overdid this, so I could probably just alter that as well. Oh man, look at that. Look at that money. I can smell it. Capitalism. Smells good. Now, how much have we got? 200 jalapenos. Now, let's have a look and see what the market says. Mr. Market, go sell. 200 of those. What? Kidding me? 4 grand? Nah, bro. It's got to be more than that. Oh, that's just for those. Okay. Had me worried, like all that work for 4 grand, like it cost me like 50 times that. There, that's better. They're still going. I was like, I was really worried there. Okay. Let me try that again, shall we? Let's go to the markets and sell 27 grand. That's a little bit more palatable. We got more coming? Oh, no, they're still going. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Give me that money. See, we're finally making some cash now. Okay, I can probably get rid of these stuff. So what I'll do is I'll just got that. Sorry, guys. Your work here is done. So what I can do now is go, oh wow, look at that. We're still going. We're still going, son. Hey. 2,600. Let's go sell this. Oh, still going. Let's just wait. Because I've still got a bit of money in the bank. I think 3,000 still going up. Still going up. That's what I like to see. Let's go sell it. I'm curious. I think that's about 50 grand right there. 70 grand. Hell yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Still that. Oh no, still going. 3,600 jalapenos. It's a hot time in the old town tonight. Oh, and our seasonal workers still doing the thing. Well, they got one more day of work, so we'll let them go. There we go. No warehouse. Oh, we're out of grass. Okay. Building malfunction. Oh, okay. My building's having some issues. Okay. Well, we're on our way to a healthy profit. Oh, it's still going up. Hell yeah. This is all done by hand too, because I played the European campaign and I just rock up in a truck and we load like 10,000 units into a truck. So I'm just like, whatever, like, I don't care. I can just, I can like do a field in a day. And I think that's the point of the Africa DLC. It actually makes the game a lot harder. And you got to be a lot more deliberate. You got to worry about seasonal stuff. Seasonal stuff for me, I never used them. I'm just like, I would farm rubbish in tiny fields, make the money to buy my first tractor, and then I'm off to the races. Whereas in this game, in this DLC, they've deliberately added some roadblocks in the form of low-tech farming. I'm all here for it. I like it. It makes the game more challenging. But if you're going to play this and you haven't played the first one, the core campaign, you're really going to struggle here. Gonna load jalapenos. Still going up. 4,400. I like that. It smells like profit. Let's see how much profit that's going to. Ooh-wee, 100 grand. So I like to see a couple more loads like that, and we are going to be back at $1 million, son. That's all I want to do. I want to get back to where I was at the start. You know, there's 300 grand worth of infrastructure here, so that's why I'm not exactly swimming in money right now. And also, you do get different seasons. So when we hit December, that's when the winter's going to come. Rain is going to drop by a huge degree, so I have to be aware that humidity is going to go down, water is going to become more scarce, so I have to adjust my crop rotation. And what you can do in here, I'm not doing this right now because I haven't had the need to yet, but you can actually rotate your crops out, and that helps you if you pick a crop that has a huge amount of nitrate. In that it saps a lot of nitrate from the soil. You'll find that you need to swap to a crop that has a low nitrate drain to let the soil recover between harvests. And also sometimes you'll need to let a field go fallow for a season too. So I can't keep this kind of up constantly. My goal is to have all 4 fields going, so I'll always have one field rotating out. So when after a couple of harvests, this will go fallow for a season, then this one, then this one, and this one. So I would like to slash and burn this field as well, but I'm very aware of my limited fundage right now. So let's go into the moment of truth. Let's go in here. That's 100 grand, son. That's 100 grand. Boom. There we go. Now, we're not back to where we started, but a couple more yields like that, and we're going to be back up to $1 million. That's what I like to see. That's a farming life, son. Making money. Would I do it myself? Probably not. But I can appreciate a good bit of profit. There we go. Good stuff. Let's get this next set of crops going, and then I'm going to move on to the next game, because our next crop rotation is going to be another hour or so. And while I would love to keep playing this game, I have got some other games I want to show you tonight. This might be one I'll come back to. I'll keep playing it. Maybe we'll come back after maybe a year in game or a couple of years in game, and I'll show you what the more high-tech farming looks like. I know it's not for everyone. This game is definitely not for, you know, if you played something like Stardew Valley. I'm not having a go at Stardew Valley, but you don't have like soil pH levels. Like, the game is a lot more accessible, and to be honest, it kind of put me off at first. I'm like, oh, I don't want to be sitting there checking pH levels in soil, but it's actually really intuitive once you figure it all out. I'm looking at that figure. I'm chuffed. That's 100 grand in my pocket. And we got another 100 grand in the ground, ready to go. Just about. We're cultivating all these people, making me my money. Another 70 days. I don't know why these guys, I thought I sacked them. 16th of the 8th. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm not going to get rid of them. 15th and 10th. Oh, okay. It doesn't matter what I select here. Their contract stays the same. So we lost a bit of money on this. I should have figured out that's roughly a week to cultivate the crops. But next time, what I will do is I'll adjust my my employee start and end dates to be a bit more accurate. So, I mean, these guys, when they're not wasting their time, they're doing what they need to do. So, but I mean, I could do this with an animal, it'd be a lot faster, but it is what it is. And I mean, the tobacco's coming in, so another 40 days we've got our tobacco, and then I might get another field here. I'm not flush with cash just yet. I want to make sure I don't overextend. And also, we will have unexpected problems. You can see one of the barn had to be renovated. That's $1,200 there. Machinery will blow up, so I may need to keep a bit of money in my pocket to replace one or more bits of machinery. I may need to hire additional employees. That's more money. We may have crops that die. So, I mean, these agave probably not in the greatest spot, because humidity is a bit high. Their condition is not great. See, 68% is not good. But, you know, it is what it is. This is going well. The tobacco is doing good. Let's let them finish this field. We'll speed things up a bit. You know, let's stick around for the tobacco, because that's not going to take a whole lot of time. I'm curious. We'll see. Stick around a bit longer. It's a very addictive game. You could just, I could spend 8 or 9 hours in this game, easy, just smashing out 4 or 5 seasons. But it's one of those games. Yeah, you need a lot of spare time to play it. It's not a game you can finish sit down and play for 10 minutes. You need a few hours at least. Oh, there we go. I mean, this long growing agaves actually work pretty well, because I have the crop staggered now. You probably noticed that I don't need to buy extra equipment. I probably could have just gotten away with maybe 2 sets of equipment. I've only bought the 1 sprayer. I could buy this another water tanker, but it seems like they're staggered just enough to the point where I don't need to. Plowing, I will need some of those, but eventually if I get the staggering of the crops right, I may be able to sell some of these and just go back to a single set of equipment. That would help. Because, yeah, the maintenance is what kills you. It's the money. I've got 3 garages sitting here doing nothing, and this one I might... let's get rid of that one, I reckon. Because it's just sitting there doing nothing, so... There we go. You don't need a sprayer, son. You've got one. Okay. Tobacco, 29 days left. Beautiful. Let me just check on food supply. No, we're doing all right. I don't want to overdo it. Eventually, we're going to be buying more land. I don't know how much I could buy down here. I could buy that. That's only 20 grand for more land. Honestly, I'm not even using the land I've currently got right now, so I'm not too concerned. If I did buy land, I'd probably buy a plot over here, and then I'd extend another 4 fields on this side of the road. But this is a pretty good rotation. We've got tobacco, and that's coming in. I'm going to have to grow some hemp because it's me. That will probably be hemp right there. But I don't want to turn this game into Drug Dealer Simulator, because while that is a good game, I'm trying to play it straight with this. At least for the moment. We'll see how long that lasts, though. Okay, so now this field, he's using this piece of equipment here to automatically plant the jalapeno seeds. I wish you could kind of extract the seeds out of what you grow. I play too much Project Zomboid. I'm so used to, like, I'll just extract seeds, but you just buy everything in this game. We got 20 days left. Let's see how this turns out. And then we'll move on to the next game. But I'm curious. I don't know about you, but if I made $100,000 just from some jalapenos, selling tobacco in Africa, I feel like that's going to make me... It's going to make me a pretty penny. You know, in Australia, tobacco's a big industry. There was even a black market tobacco industry called Chop Chop back in the day, which was illegal tobacco, which people would sell out of their houses. Back in the... Now, I'm not a smoker. I didn't know too much about it. I can't. I get... as much as I like playing games like Drug Dealer Simulator and that, and I like those sort of crime games, I don't really... I'm not really much of a smoker. I can't. I'm allergic to it. Like, even regular cigarettes make me sick, so I couldn't smoke if I wanted to. It's looking good. Look at all that tobacco. All that profit. I can smell that money sitting in the ground ready for me to just hoover it up. Have I got... Oh, look at this. We actually did really good because we've got seasonal workers. We got seasonal workers until the 10th. So even though I burned a bit of money, this is going to... 25th to the 10th. Yeah, if this is... Oh, if it was a bit longer, it would have been perfect. Oh, bugger. I can't extend their... Bugger, that's going to mess me up. If I had have extended their employment by like 1 week, we would have been set. But they're going to be gone by the time this is ready to harvest. So I'm literally going to have to hire another group of people out the gate. So let me set it up now. So 10 days from now is going to be the 31st to the 10th, so it's going to have to be the first 2 weeks of November. So it's going to be the 28th to the 10th to 15th to the 11th. Let's see how we go. We got a week left. Oh, this gone. Okay. Let me. Okay, let me just see if we can get some more people in here. 4 days left, so I can probably adjust this. 31st, 1st to the 11th. Here we go. $16-day hire. That should be just enough to get him to harvest this. Okay, yes, I am well aware. We do not have enough staff. Gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. There's a lot of money I'm paying for staff, but if I don't do something, all these crops are gonna rot in the ground, so I just gotta pay it. We're back to 700 grand already, so it's okay. We got some people coming in. I had to pay through the rear for this, so I think I got the dates just right though, so let's just make this manual labor. Get these guys out. We have to wait until there's enough workers here before they'll start harvesting. So that's what I was doing wrong. When if there's only like a couple of workers, they won't go until we get I think like 8 or more. They won't start harvesting the field. So that's why I left. Instead of I could have said hire them for 1 week, but I've hired them for 2. Just there we go. We got it. Let's go. Come on, boys. Daddy's got to buy a brand new field. Let's let it ride, baby. I needs this money if we're going to grow some hemp. Legally, of course. Okay, a couple more workers and then we're good. And then what I'll do is I'll set. We got 48 days left on the jalapeno. I will again look at my calendar and then we'll roll up another set of people to harvest this. Damn, I wish I could do this by hand. So annoying. There we go. There's. Look at that. Look at all that money. That's what I like to see. All that tobacco. He's waiting. He can't do nothing while they're harvesting this, so I have to wait. Look at him go. All that profit. When I sell this, is going to be another 100 G's. For sure. We're looking at 100 grand. That'll get me up to about 800 grand. And then a couple more crop rotations and I'll be back at $1 million. Back where I started. This kind of depressing. It's taken me well, I mean, not really. It's taken me 1 year in this timeline to make the money back I spent, which is $500,000. Well, 600. No, it's 400 grand I've spent so far. I've made 100 back. Slow going. There we go. Okay, beautiful. So that's ready to go. He's going to start plowing that again. And then we've got, I mean, this is going another 40 days. I'm curious. I'm going to see how this is going to turn out. I want to see how much money we're going to make from all this tobacco. And then we're going to grow some wacky tobacco, but just the regular stuff will do me for now. I'm going to have to resupply all my oxes. Getting hungry. The agave's going well. Look at this. And the humidity level is perfect. Look, we timed it pretty well. It's the later period of the year, it's getting drier. So humidity levels are actually pretty good for the agave. The only thing that might suck is tobacco it needs really high humidity. And I think in the next few months, that may be a problem. So we'll see though. Let's have a look. 200 stalks of tobacco. I know there's more. There's more where that came from. Let's go. 400, so beautiful. Okay. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. I hope you enjoyed this first look at the Africa DLC for Farm Manager World. I know it's a bit of a niche game and not everyone's going to like it. Me personally, I absolutely love this game. If you're a bit time poor like I am though, just be aware that it's going to eat up all of your time. And it is still in early access, so make sure you're backing up your saves fairly regularly and be prepared. You may lose your progress from time to time, but that's not an indictment on this game. That's it's the thing with early access games, just something that unfortunately we have to deal with. But honestly, I think this is one of the most in-depth farming simulation games that's out there. It's right up there. It's probably in my top 5 farming games on Steam of all time. So that's high praise coming from someone who plays a lot of these games. So I'm going to move on to the next game though, but yeah, big thanks to the guys over at Playway. Another fantastic addition to one of the best farming games on Steam. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with this game next. Will we see more DLCs? I'm all for it. I'd love to cover them, but we're going to move on to the next game.